the forest is home to some animals that are pretty good at camouflage. So you have to keep your eyes peeled to see who's hiding out there. On your right, there is no copy up against that wall ahead of us. Right, forward and right. No copy. I don't really know how to describe it that way. Now that I think about it. Now it's directed to your right. You should see it a little bit better. Oh, copy on your right. On your left, we have the bongos. The bongos have smooth, sleek horns pointed backwards. That makes it easy for them to sneak through the bushes without getting their horns caught up. That okapi that we saw on your right may have looked like it was part zebra, but it's relative. It's actually the giraffe. We can tell it is related to the giraffe due to the shape of its skull as well as its prehensile tongue. And prehensile is just a big word that means that they can grab things with it, just like you can grab things with your prehensile fingers. Way back there, you might be able to see the very top of his back up against that back wall.
Yeah.
The black rhino, and he's gone. Well, they're gone. I don't know if they're all sorry. The black rhino is the smaller of the rhinos that we have on the reserve. There is a greater kudu on your left. Greater kudu at the very top of the hill. And right next to us on the left on the edge of the water, we have the saddle-billed stork. You see that yellow area near the top of its beak? It kind of looks like the saddle that you would put on a horse, and that's how they get their name, saddle-billed stork. That greater kudu that we saw did not have any horns, which tells us that it is a female, because only the male kudus grow horns. We are now moving into the Safi River, which is home to some animals that spend a lot of their time under the water. So you have to look closely at the water to see if there's anybody hiding. If there is somebody on your right, you might have to turn your head behind you a little bit to see them. Behind us. That Nile hippopotamus that we may have caught a glimpse of does spend most of their time under the water. They can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes. They will even do this while they are sleeping. They'll hold their breath for 8 minutes, come back up for a gulp of air, and head back down without ever having to wake up. On your left, you're going to see the Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile is the largest crocodilian in Africa. That includes crocodiles and alligators. You know the crocodile has those big powerful jaws that they use to help them capture prey. They can be gentle when they want to be. Both the mother and father will hold an egg around inside their mouth to help the baby hatch. Then once that baby is born, they can carry it around the inside of their mouth to protect it. In a moment, we're going to be entering the savannah. And the savannah is greatly affected by the animals that live in the area. You're going to see that there aren't that many trees out there. That is due to the elephants bulldozing their way through the trees. We're going to see a lot of patchy areas in the grass. That is from the antelope eating the grass. And you're going to see that there aren't that many leaves on the bottom half of the tree. That is because the giraffe will eat any of them that they can reach. You may as we go around. There is some painted dogs on your left. You might see them a little bit better after we get past this rock. They are on the side ahead of us of the cave, up against that green grass. They are down there. I saw at least one of them. It'll be a little bit difficult to see. The painted dogs are some of the most proficient hunters in the animal world. They have about a 90% success rate above us, compared to the lions only 30%. Painted dog gathering groups of up to 15, led by an alpha mating pair, an alpha female and an alpha male. We're going to start getting closer to those giraffes, and as we get closer, I'd like you to look at the spots on the giraffes. You're going to see that those spots have a lot of jagged edges. That tells us that they are the Maasai giraffes. Maasai giraffes. The giraffe has a prehensile tongue. Again, that means that they can grab things with it. And that tongue can reach up to 18 inches in length. As you can see, we are dealing with wild animals out here, and wild animals are not always. Up ahead on the right, there is a zebra wandering around. That is a Hartman's mountain zebra. Uh-oh. Safari 35. I was pulling fully behind the traffic, but look, we should let it be. See that some of them are pretty. We might be able to see them again as we go around the right side or the other side. We got some more giraffes on our left though. You might be able to see that tongue that can reach up to 18 inches. Reach, do it. Come on, I can't wait. There. On our left, we got the wildebeest. Now let's look to our right as we get past these bushes. We'll see the Antilope cattle with big horns, and we should see that baby. There's also the springboks, one of the world's smallest antelopes. They'll lengthen, the rest of their body will just catch up over time. This makes it possible for them to walk and run as soon as 45 minutes after being born. Springbok is capable of leaping up into the air 6 feet and 13 feet forward. This process of jumping up 6 forward 13 is known as pronking. On your left, we have a flamboyance of greater flamingos. Flamboyance is the word that we use for flamingos. They get their pink color from all the varieties that they eat. They have one baby flamingo be grayish color, and it takes them 16 years of being gray to get that pink color out because it's good. On your left, you might be able to see an elephant hiding behind the rocks over there. Super difficult to see right now. That is the African elephant's ears. Kind of resemble the shape of the continent of Africa. Under those palm trees on the far side of the circle, there are some funky looking rocks. Those are actually white rhinoceroses. under those palm trees on your left. I'm pretty sure the white rhinos, unless they put some rocks out there last time I looked. No, there's the rhinos for sure. The white rhino is the larger of the rhinos that we have on the reserve. They can grow to be anywhere between 4,000 and 5,000 pounds. Now, up ahead on your left, there is somebody very difficult to see right now. They did not choose the best place for us to look at. All the way in the back, I am actually pointing at it right now. There is a cheetah behind the green grass, laying down. Just look at that brown leafy area. Some of those brown leaves are actually the spots of the cheetah. Again, very difficult to see. The only reason I know it's there is because I've seen it like 2 times today. If you are having a hard time seeing that cheetah, I'm sure you can imagine how difficult it could be to be out in the wild with that cheetah running up on you. Now, I do promise that cheetah is there. I didn't just make it up, folks. Cheetahs are the fastest land animals in the world. They can run up to 60 miles per hour, but they can only hold that speed for a few hundred yards. If you manage to get a good look at the cheetah's face, which I'm sure you can do, you would see that they have a black line going from the inside of the eyes to the outside of the mouth. That makes it easier for them to hunt during the day. Right now we're coming up on an area known as the Kopi Rocks, which gather up a lot of heat from the sun, making them nice and warm. And if you have any cats at home, you might know how much your cat loves to sit in a nice warm spot, just like that lion on your left. In just a moment, I'm going to keep moving because we're going to go all the way around the lions. And I did say lions, there is more than one. There is a female. You can see the very top of her next to the trees. You can see her ears a bit easily. Lions are nocturnal species of animals. So when you see them during the day, they are usually sleeping. They prefer to hunt at night. One of the world's largest birds. They cannot fly, but they have big, powerful wings that they use to help them change directions as they're running. I think we might have an ostrich crossing in a second. Oh, come on, don't turn left. There we go. Right now we are headed to the edge of the reserve, which is where we will see the warden's house at the edge of the warden has his house at the edge of the reserve, so we can head back to Harambe village to gather supplies whenever he needs. I've never seen anybody so excited about the warden's house before. We're getting there, we're getting there. I can already tell from through here that the warden has some company over today. On your left, you are going to see the Nigerian dwarf goats. You might be looking at some of those goats thinking that they're babies, but they are fully grown adult Nigerian dwarf goats. They spend most of the time resting and sleeping. So when they are active, they can be very playful with each other. So 1 or 2 inside of that truck, by the way. The Nigerian dwarf goat makes a great pet for the farmer because they'll provide a milk that is high in protein. And when compared to other milk producing animals, they don't get that much space and make that much mess. We are now headed back to Harambe village as we head back. So to share some things that we can all do to help our animals bring in. One thing that you can do is that you have a bird bath. Our bird feeders will make a great pit stop for the migratory birds we see on their long journeys. Another fun family activity would be set up a butterfly garden. butterfly garden makes a good home for the monarch butterfly, which is an endangered species. If we have any wilderness explorers on board today, and if you want to get your badge to ride in the safari, they might ask you the name of the truck that you're on. The name of the truck that you're on is Simba 1. Simba 1 for wilderness explorers. Here at Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye because goodbye is just too sad. What we prefer to say is Kuaharini, which means go well. We say Kuaharini with the hopes that we'll see each other again soon. You are always welcome to join us for another safari. As no two safaris are alike, every time you come out, you might see something